Alright, so let's get this thing unloaded. Set here on the roof of the 50 Chevy Custom Deluxe. See if we can get that antenna out of the shot. Hopefully that'll catch everything. Getting it unloaded anyway. Well, here we go. Rubber.
Did any hits on the 650?
No, just one scammer. But I've got it listed kind of high.
Those bikes really ain't worth that much.
Alrighty. Didn't loosen up too much all the way. I didn't stop and freaking check. I thought about it and then just brain went off into la la land. Already disassembled it in my head. Pain to get in there. This one was a major pain to get in there. Hey, came out pretty easy. That thing was fighting me so much to go in. I was almost, frothing at the mouth and cussing at it. Go in! No brakes, so we're gonna have to hold it.
Yep.
Straighten the forks up. You too, thanks. Alright, we got her unloaded and moved over here, and the other girls decided to get up closer and take a sniff at her butt. Let everybody meet each other. But step 2 after unloading is you need to start cleaning some of this funk off the bike. So what I have opted to do is get a squirt bottle, and I put the rest of what I had in this Purple Power wash and wax that I got from doing the motorhome, and put the rest of it in there just straight, concentrated. And I'm just gonna douse it and let it soak and break some of that crap up. If the squirt bottle will work. Come on, squirt bottle. Untested squirt bottle, so. Come on. Not gonna work. Come on. Oh, come on. And of course the squirt bottle don't work. Round 2. Fight. I found another squirt bottle head, and this one seems to work, so we will douse this thing in Purple Power wash and wax and see what all breaks loose. Look underneath the funk and really see what we're working with here. I did see there's some nasty wear right there on the throttle cables, so I need to replace those for sure. But it does appear that all the switches and everything are here, and everything seems to be okay and intact. The cabling and connectors and all that, nothing seems to be busted up. So they'll just connect back in where they're supposed to when it's time. I don't need to fight with finding pigtails and connectors and little weird bits like that. For the most part, it looks like it's all here. I've got a little bit of frayed wiring here on my light connections, so we'll have to either put some fresh wire or just put some heat shrink tubing or something on there to protect them. We'll see once we get to that point. I just called and tried to get a hold of a locksmith to see if the local one will be capable of just using the lock cylinder there and making a new key for it versus going through and trying to get one from Aprilla, however you want to say it, or just replacing all the dang lock sets, because it's pretty expensive. I was freaking not expecting to see that. $400, $500, $600 for lock sets. Yeah, some of the parts for this thing are up there. They're pricey. I'm proud of them. But then other stuff that I kind of expected to be expensive, I saw available pretty dang cheap. Weird stuff. I saw a swing arm for like $100 or less. Whew. Thing recording. Did it just try to stop? I think it stopped and hung there for a second. A spam caller just tried to call. Spammers interrupting my video making. Looks like the wheels have not been painted. They're still a factory color. Cool. Just funky. Funky. Oh, I'm excited. Find out how much she's going to just clean up with some cleaner. switch hands again. Like I said, I'm not scrubbing. I'm not even going to hose it down. I'm just slathering it with as much of this as I got left to let it just start breaking loose some of this stuff. It's been caked on there a while and just growing. Algae and mold and moss science experiment here. Look, I'm out of stuff, or I ran out of tube anyway. And we'll just let that sit. Hopefully it'll loosen a bunch of that crap off. And we don't gotta scrub so much and risk scratching what might not already be scratched. We'll see. Alright, I got the tripod set up and let me flip this thing. There we go. And I've let the washy, waxy stuff sit and do its thing for a little while, and I just took a wet mitt with the little fingers all over it that you wash cars and stuff with, and had it laying on the tank for a couple of minutes while I was letting the bucket there, water bowl, fill up with some water that was dripping off of the roof because it just rained. So I didn't have to use any actual city water and just let the rain fill it up. But I'm gonna see how much of this crud we can get off of here. You know what, that's real dark. Let me see if I can move this. Maybe that's a whole lot better. All right, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna start out on the tank since it's like right there in your face, and it's pretty much the grungiest part of the bike. This is just water, because I've already got the soap on it, but I am going to re-wet it before I start wiping down. I'm going to soften it back up just a little bit. All right, here we go, first wipes. Who's that, Mo? No, that's one of the wild kitties. There were several wild kitties that were here before I brought mine over from the cabin. That's one of them. And they're starting to become quite a bit less wild. Now this is the first time I've seen that one not freak out and run off when it sees a people or hears a people talking. Man, that's starting to look pretty freaking good. Holy crap. Looky there. Looky there. Sidetracked by a cat. If you watch the video where we picked it up, you'll see that it was sitting under cover, but it was exposed to the humidity and the moisture and all that stuff down there in Atlanta. Still have not heard back from the locksmith that I called, left a message with. And it is the only locksmith advertised on the Google in Blairsville, so I'm either stuck waiting on him or I gotta go to Blue Ridge or Murphy. And if I can get a key cut to fit the locks, that would save on quite a bit. They can go towards other stuff. That's honestly more critical for, I mean, if push comes to shove, this will just be a track only bike, and I won't need to really necessarily worry about a key. Not that I need to worry about a key when I'm up playing on the mountain. If that's, you know, that and the track is the only place that I ever have to worry about taking it, then, you know, the key's not too big of a deal. I mean, I can deal with not having it, but it would be kind of nice to be able to open the fuel fill cap here and put fuel in it. Yeah. Cleaning up pretty nice. That's not screwed in, I just set it back on there. A little like tail cover piece thing here. What you doing, Mo? Oh, I'm just outside right after a rainstorm, scrubbing the mold and algae and funk off of my Aprilla. Because how many times do you get to say that in your lifetime? Now I know some things that make me feel a whole lot better about the mechanical condition of this bike, because I kind of cheated, but I didn't cheat a whole lot. Just enough for me to feel confident that I'm not going to look like a boob for buying a hunk of junk. But I know that the motor is at least not locked up. I can feel it. And I've got a real strong suspicion that he's got good compression and everything. Everything else is trivial to that. Yeah, so we're going to take some polishing. Wow. That's a pretty. That grease right there, that just does not want to come off. Look at there. That's not a bad idea. Oh, should have done that. No dents really on the tank. Little ding right there. And I saw a little scuff on the other side over here. Yeah, right there. Might just be something rubbed on it. That's just a little scuff. All right. Oh, holy crap! Looky there. I'm loving it. Yeah, y'all are gonna just freaking fall over yourselves and have an aneurysm when you do find out what I gave for this thing. This is gonna cause some strokes or something. What are you doing, Cinder Kitty? Holy crap. A little bit of soap and water and wiping it down. Look at that.
Welcome, my son. Welcome to the machine.